What's going on, people? QTS back with another video, and in this segment we're going to be covering the show me tell me questions. Okay, so there's around 27 questions you need to memorize, because when you do go for your driving test, the examiner is going to be asking you around 5 questions. Okay, so without further ado, let's get it. Okay, first question is, show me how you would check that all the doors and cargo doors are locked and secure. So what we'll do, we'll lock the doors. There we go. They're locked. Okay, and back here we have our cargo doors. You can see that they are secure and they are locked. Okay, next question is in regards to the side lights or the reflector lights. Okay, so on your trailer you've got reflector lights over here. You want to make sure that they're clean and clear and not cracked or damaged in any kind of way. Okay, so the next question is in regards to the tires. Okay, so what we're going to cover in this one is the tires, the wheel nuts, the mud guards and the spray suppression. Okay, each question is an individual question that they can ask you, so we're going to cover them right now. Okay, with the tires, you want to make sure you have at least 1 millimeter of tread across 3/4 of the tire and the entire circumference. You want to make sure that there's no cuts, cords or bulges, and of course you want to make sure that they're correctly inflated as well. Okay, so with the wheel nuts, okay, you just want to make a visual check to make sure that there's no nuts that are obviously loose. Okay, you want to make sure that there's equal amount of thread, and if you do have wheel nut indicators, this tire obviously doesn't. If you do have wheel nut indicators, you want to make sure that they're pointing towards each other. Okay, if they're slightly off, it could be an indication that they are loose. Okay, with the spray suppression over here, just over here, you want to make sure that the spray suppression covers the width of the tire. Okay, you want to just look behind it, you want to make sure it covers the entire width. Okay, you want to make sure there's no dirt, gunk or any large amounts of dirt in there. Okay, just make sure that's clear. And the mud guard is the same thing. Okay, you want to make sure it's not loose or damaged, there's no big holes in there or anything yet, and you want to make sure that it covers the entire tire, or enough of the tire and the entire width of the tire as well. Okay, so the next question or questions are in regards to the oil, the coolant and the washers. Okay, we're going to cover all 3 or 4 of those questions in this segment. Okay, so let's open the bonnet, get our hands a little dirty. It's always good to wear some gloves. Okay, so how we open our bonnet, just from these latches over here. Okay, you have one on either side. There we go. Okay, so how would you top up your oil if need be? Okay, you top it up from here. Okay, just take the cap off and simply top it up. Okay, don't forget to use some gloves. And if you want to check if you have sufficient amount of oil, we're gonna pull out the dipstick. Okay, on the dipstick you got minimum maximum markers, and you want to make sure it's on at least in between that. Okay, coolant. So your coolant container, okay, it's a transparent container. Okay, you should be able to see through it. Even still got minimum maximum markers on there, which will indicate if you have enough, a sufficient amount of coolant. Okay, on the cap of the coolant container, it does say coolant on there, just in case you ain't got your glasses on. Okay, your washers are just by the driver's side, it's just over here. Okay, so there's no way you can tell if you have sufficient amount of washers for your wipers. Okay, simply top it up, let it overflow, close the cap. Yeah, do that every day. Hopefully it won't go wrong. If a bird does a shit on your windscreen, yeah, you're gonna have to wash it off. Don't forget here to top them up. Okay, next question is in regards to the wiper blades. How would you check your wiper blades? Okay, so we're gonna do that now. As you can see at the front of the vehicle, we have a little step from here. This is one of the ways that you can check. Okay, so you have a step at the front, just climb up, and you want to just put your fingers across the blade of the wiper, just to make sure that there's no jagged edges, it's not loose, it's not damaged in any kind of way. Okay, next question is in regards to the lights. Okay, so it is a bit sunny today. Unusually, it's a bit strange to have sun in the UK, but here we go. You might not be able to see the lights, okay, but they are on. Okay, so with the lights, you want to put them on. You want to jump out your vehicle and check both the tractor unit lights are working and the trailer lights are working. Okay, if you are taking the trailer out. Okay, so here we go. We've got our hazard lights on, which are our indicator lights as well, which just operates all 4. and you want to make sure it's clean and clear on the outside to make sure the light can get through and there's no visible damage, cracks or anything like that. Okay, so we'll check the back to see if the back lights are working too. Okay, so we're just walking around the back and the side of the trailer. You want to make sure your side lights are operating as well, reflector lights. And just on the back over here, as you can see, our indicator lights are working from the trailer as well. Okay, how would you demist your windscreen? Okay, simply just place it over to this symbol here. It's already there, and flip that over. Boom. Okay, next question is safety factors involved when loading the vehicle. Okay, so there's 4 main points with whenever it comes to loading a vehicle. Okay, let's make it nice and simple, and we don't want to tell any stories. Okay, so number 1, we want to make sure that we do not exceed the weight limits. Okay, number 2, you want to make sure that the load is evenly distributed throughout the length of the trailer. Number 3, you want to make sure that the load is safe and secure and it stays within the confines of the trailer. And number 4, you want to make sure that the load is not loaded in a way where it can endanger other road users or the public. Okay, next question is in regards to your windows and your mirrors. Okay, so with your windows and mirrors for both of them, yeah, you want to make sure that they're clean and clear, not cracked or damaged, and you want to make sure that there's nothing obscuring your view. Okay, so that's both for your windows and your mirrors. Next question, how would you identify an air leak? So over here on your bottom right, you have your air pressure gauge. Okay, so when you turn your truck on, hopefully your air tanks are going to charge, fully charged, and once it reaches halfway, it'll indicate that it's fully charged. Okay, you want to turn your truck off, jump out and listen for any hissing sounds. Okay, if you don't hear any sounds like sss, then you don't have an air leak. Okay, how would you operate your fog lights? Okay, just flip that over. Here's your headlights, and you want to pull it out to operate the front of your fog lights, and you want to press it in to operate your rear fog lights. Okay, you can see the symbol for both the front and rear fog lights on your dash just over here. Okay, next question is in regards to your wipers. Okay, so on your right hand side you have a stalk over here with the symbol of your wipers over here. Okay, so simply just push that in, and there we go. So our wiper blades and our washers are working as they should, and you don't want to see any streaks of water. Okay, that will indicate your wiper blades are damaged. Okay, so we can see that it's nice and clear. Okay, next question is in regards to your lights. Okay, how would you go from dip beam to main beam? Okay, so just from here, put your dip beam on, and your main beam is just over here. So on the stalk, just behind the wheel, you have a stalk, and you want to wait for the blue illuminated light. And of course, you can always jump out and have a look to see if they're operational. Okay, next question. Show me what instrument checks you would make before and after starting the engine. Okay, so as we turn the vehicle on, just before we turn the engine on, we have all of these warning lights and warning devices. Okay, so obviously we can't hear no warning sounds, and all lights have been extinguished. Okay, so you want to make sure all your warning lights have been extinguished. This is just simply your handbrake, your seat belt, okay, and your tag axle, and for some strange reason my battery light's on as well, but we do have enough battery life, hopefully. Okay, next question, how would you check your power assisted steering is working? Okay, so as the truck is off, it is quite rigid. Okay, what you want to do is turn it on, and you want to feel it moving freely, lightly and easily. Okay, if that's not the case, what you can do is just drive forward a bit and just see if it moves freely. Okay, freely, lightly. It should be light and easy. Yeah, if it's not, you have an issue with your power steering. In regards to your tacho, okay, so this is your tacho over here, and you can see you got 2 slots over here. Okay, so as a driver, you're always going to be slot 1, and you want to insert your card, chip facing up, insert your card into slot 1. Okay, how would you eject your card? Simply just press the eject button over here. And the next one is in regards to the tacho roll. Okay, how would you change your tacho roll? Simply just press the black button over here, press that in, and here is your tacho roll. Okay, and this is how we would change it. Okay, press that out. Boom. Okay, next question is in regards to brake lights. Okay, how would you check to make sure your brake lights are working? Okay, so first of all, what we're going to do is press the brake pedal, obviously. Okay, and you're going to look for a reflection. Okay, number one, reflection. Okay, it could be off a building, another vehicle, or whatever. Yeah, just look for a reflection. Number one. Number two is ask for assistance. Okay, so if you have a colleague with you, you can press the brake pedal and you can jump out and have a look. Okay, or if not, you can ask a random person. Just be nice, hopefully he'll help you out. Okay, and just get him to check to see if your brake lights are working. Okay, if there's nobody around and there's no reflection, what you can do is place a heavy object. Okay, it could be your working bag, it could be a bottle of water, a drink, or whatever. Place it on your brake pedal and jump out and have a look. Okay, next question, where is the first aid equipment kept? It's just over here, case you bump your head. Okay, so that concludes our Show Me Tell Me questions. I really didn't think it'd be sunny for this long, man, but you know, alhamdulillah, it worked out for us. Almost burnt a calorie. Gonna put about 10 on as soon as I get home. But yeah, I hope you found that informative, a little entertaining. We tried to make it a little light-hearted and a little fun for you guys. Okay, we don't want to be like those serious sods, you know, old ass instructors. Okay, we're the new generation. We're trying to bring out something different. Okay, but we get the job done, which is the most important thing. Okay, so again, not only will you have these videos, you are going to have an email sent out to you with all the questions, and we will be practicing them every day before you go out for a drive. Okay, so I hope you be revising them. I hope you find this informative and watch these videos on a regular, and I really hope that you pass your test first time around. Okay, thank you very much. Peace.